If you got a chance, take it. Take it while you got a chance. If you got a dream, chase it. Cause a dream won't chase you back. If you're gonna love somebody, hold them as long and as strong and as close as you can, till you can.
Just on our way out for dinner and the dinghy's packed up halfway across the sea. So next boat's coming and are giving us a tour. This is where we realise we've been out all day. No, all afternoon, and we haven't left the anchor light on. Have we got the torch? Yeah, we've got a torch with us. So this should be fun getting back to the boat now. Just to let you know, we did get back safely. It was a bit of a heavy ride because we hadn't got the anchor light on at all, so we couldn't see fuck all until we were right next to it. And we were navigating by all the other boats that we left this morning, and they were there, and now they're not there, so there's been a total changeover of boats. But anyway, we got on board and everything is fine. Stuart, captain, chief navigator.
Yeah, we're still talking just about. Queen of Sardinia, surveying a territory.
love, I call your name. Behind those guarded walls, I used to go. Upon a summer wind, there's a certain melody takes me back to the place that I know. On the beach, yeah. Down on the beach, yeah. The secrets of the summer I will keep. The sands of time will blow away mystery. No one but you and I, underneath that moonlit sky, take me back to the place that I know. On the beach, yeah, yeah. Go down on the beach, yeah, down on the beach.
Small drama this morning. We're getting ready to set off to go down to a nice beach down the coast. We're somewhere up the coast of Sardinia. Honestly, can't even remember where. But we went to turn the engine on and didn't start. So Stuart has been doing his electrician special, eliminating everything. Fortunately, we have a generator, so we were able to use the generator to kickstart the engine battery. But we now believe that the engine battery is knackered, so we are heading to a marina to get this changed. That is, if we can. So, wasn't much to film. Stuart with a load of papers out and the bed up because all the batteries are under the bed. But yeah, I just wanted to point out these things. You wake up one morning, you go to do something perfectly normal and nothing's happening. So that is boating for you. Marina Santa Maria, qui Sirius. Cambio.
Yes, Sirius, this is Marina, over.
Marina de Santa Maria, Sirius. We are here outside the entrance. Prenotazione. Cambio.
Okay, ma'am, you can enter and I will give you the assistance and the deck your right side.
Marina, Sirius. Okay, understood. Thank you.
Thank you, I wait you.
So I don't understand that. What's the right side? Are we?
He said towards the right side
All right,
of the marina where we're going.
We're not stern to, are we?
Yes, I assume it's stern to, but he said it's on the right side of the marina. Nicely in the marina, no messing about. Guy met us in the entrance, straightforward, straight in this berth. You can just see down there, there's the end of the pontoon, and we just came along the front there, in front of these boats, reversed in. Job's a good one. We're back on Battery Gate. Stuart, what happened yesterday?
Okay, so the batteries on a yacht, there's two types of batteries. There's the domestic batteries and the engine starting battery. These are the domestic batteries. So we've got 6 of them. There's four of them there, and there's another 2 through there.
Yeah, you can't see through there.
Yeah, these batteries are new and they're working perfectly well, and the solar panels charge them fully. However, yesterday this battery here, which is the engine starting battery, didn't have enough power in it to start the engine, so I had to run the generator for a period of time just to get enough juice to start the engine. Once the engine started, it charged the battery. So I've got to make a decision whether the battery just needed charging or whether it requires replacing. So I'm just having a look at the type of battery and the measurements with a view to source a new one. I'll test the battery later today to see if it still held the charge.
poor Stuart has had to carry the gas canister. We had to do an exchange of gas canisters. So he's carried the gas canister out with him before we went to dinner to give it back to the shop. And he's absolutely drenched in sweat. It's been so warm today. He's put a shirt on. He's had to take it off because it's just that it's that wet. It's literally soaking wet. But what I also wanted to say was we found this beach bar earlier today. We saw pictures and adverts for it in the town, so we popped down to see what it was like. And they're doing basically suckling pigs on the barbecue grill. So for €28 you get a litre of red wine, a litre of water, and a load of pig and potatoes for your dinner. It's unbelievable. So it's beautiful atmosphere.
Unlimited red wine, so we'll obviously get our money's worth.
So here's the dinner and the wasps. So this morning we went to set off and no engine battery. The whole thing just like nothing at all. So Stuart had done all the tests when we came into port to check whether it was charging, everything was running fine. So we thought it just needed charging up, so it had been on the mains electrics for a couple of days. Anyway, obviously this morning we unclipped the electrics. Immediately the battery warning went off. We went to check it, not starting, so we managed to get the workshop to supply and fit a new battery within about 2 hours, which was unbelievable service. And the guy was ever so nice, you know, between a mixture of Italian and English we got there in the end. So now we have a brand new engine battery, and we're sailing along to the next place. I've got no idea what it's called, can't remember. I've given up, to be perfectly honest, because I never remember it on here anyway. So yeah, we're batteried up and we're watered up. Anything else? What are we?
Fuel.
Oh, fuel. Yeah, we're full of fuel. So yeah, so we're just going along for a little bit more and just enjoying a nice little gentle sail. Stuart is trawling. He's still trying to catch a fish. He's caught one, and I'm not joking. He foul hooked one in Bayona, so months ago. And it was this little pretty pink thing. I felt so sorry for it as well because it had been foul hooked. Anyway, I managed to get it off and lob him back overboard. But Stuart has got a different reel. He's got Andy's Scarborough reel. Andy's a lovely guy from the not Coach and Horses, Wheel and Compass, where we go regularly when we're back home. And he's a professional fisherman, and he gave Stuart a great fishing rod before he went and some lures. And Stuart, and he keeps texting Stuart, which is absolutely lovely, saying how are you getting on. And Stuart keeps having to tell him I've caught no fish. So I'm dying for Stuart to catch a fish. And Andy's also told me how to kill and gut it. So I have to practice Andy's technique. So apparently you nick the back of the head, put the knife down, is his absolute key point. Put the knife down after you've nicked the back of the head, and then use your thumb to go down the centre and gut it. So again, I'm just dying to do this. So we can tell him that we have benefited from his knowledge and experience and done something good. So there we are for this afternoon's update.
There's the fishing rod.
Oh, here's the fishing. Oh yeah, sorry, yeah. So here's the fishing rod. Now this is called a Scarborough reel.
And it's it's an antique.
It's an antique piece of kit. So Stuart has fitted that to his normal fishing rod. So here it is going off the back there. Oh God, yeah, that red line's extending quite some. So we're still waiting. We've seen a dolphin go past.
We didn't catch that.
Yeah. So we're just waiting. But yeah, he's not even had so much as a nibble.
That's not just with the fishing.
Right. What I forgot to add about the battery was that when we discovered that it was not working, we'd gone off to the workshop, shut the boat up, and then come back on the boat with the mechanic. And as we came in with the mechanic, I went downstairs and I thought, oh, I can smell gas. How Stuart left the gas on, like after cooking his breakfast. And I thought, no, the cooker's all turned off. So what on earth is that smell of like gas? The man come down and he immediately started sniffing. So I thought, right, it's not just me. He can smell it. And he's turned around and said sulfuric acid. And I was like, yeah, sulfur. That's the smell of, you know, the eggs and like what the gas kind of smells like. So what Stuart wanted me to point out is, because the battery was knackered, which we hadn't realised, and we'd had it plugged into the mains for 3 days, what was happening in the battery was the sulfuric acid was boiling in the battery. So as soon as the mechanic touched it, he was like, oh Jesus, this is really hot. Now we had this on a previous boat, and basically Stuart woke up in the middle of the night and the whole place stunk, and we had to evacuate the boat. And was it 2 or 3 of the batteries had gone? Yeah, the whole battery set had decided to boil up, and it was, you know, it was like the boat was going to explode at any point. So what we sort of learned this morning was, you know, that battery was properly knackered, and because it was still charging, it was just boiling away. So it's a really good job that we tried to set off when we did, because we caught it before it got to a dangerous point. So, you know, we've sort of prevented a massive incident as well of, you know, boiling acid batteries, which would have, you know, been horrible if that had actually, you know, happened. Have I got that right, Stuart? I've got that right. I've been listening. Anyway, so that's what I, you know, Stuart just wanted me to get across is, you know, the importance of understanding the batteries and what's going on. And Stuart is kicking himself because he did say, what I should have done was just change the battery. You know, if it's starting to play up, he should have just changed it and we would have avoided the situation. But again, we've learned from it. So everything you have to take as a learning point. So there we are. So it turns out Cagliari's on a hill. I hadn't expected this, but never mind. Right, so my hair is getting on my tits. It's too long and it's just absolutely driving me crazy. We've got to go 3 what do you call it, days to, where are we going, Stuart? Sicily. And I'm just decided I'm going to give a little trim. So Stuart's saying to me, stop cutting your hair while you've had a drink. So yes, I've had a couple of Aperol spritz and a couple of beers to quench my thirst earlier, but I've seen Debbie do this loads of times, and Debbie, you will probably absolutely kill me because I think you'll be the next person to cut this after when I get back in October. But I have to do it, so I've seen you do this. So what I've done, if you can put that in the mirror, Stuart, can you get that round to the mirror? So what I've done is I've parted my hair down the middle, so I've got 2 even sides, and I've started at the front, and I've took... What are you doing? So I've took like even sections like this, and I've gone round that side, down the side, down here, and then I've gone down that side, round the side, round here, and I'm not sure about the filming that makes this look any good at all, and you're a bit close. Just there we go. So I'm just giving it a trim and basically show them what's on the floor. So I'm not exactly scalping myself. It's just like a little trim. So we realised we haven't done a debrief for a little while. So what I just wanted to do was give you the lowdown on what we thought of Corsica and Sardinia. So for me, Corsica, it looked very nice from the sea, but our experience when we got on shore, particularly in Bastia, it was quite a surprise as to how scruffy it was. But then further down the coast, it improved. But we still weren't overly keen on the whole place. Now, we recognise that we went down the east coast and most of the sailing is done on the west coast, where there's lots of coves and inlets. But it wasn't possible for us to go down there. So I would say I'd go back, and I would definitely go up the west coast. But certainly I wouldn't bother with the east coast of it again. But that's, say, my personal preference. And it was notably more expensive than where we'd just been around Italy. You couldn't have tell you were sort of back in France. What about you, Stuart, for Corsica?
Yeah, Corsica. I think Corsica and Sardinia are both beautiful islands. And just to reinforce the point, we did sail down the east coast. And the other thing you have to bear in mind is that we're passage making. We weren't doing the tourist stuff. We're trying to make headway to get to Sicily for the winter. So we didn't hang around too much. And we made some good time. We were at anchor in most places. I think we got a taste for the islands, but I don't think we did the islands very much justice, and we didn't explore the islands and appreciate everything the islands got to offer.
Sardinia for me was a totally different kettle of fish. I had absolutely no preconceived ideas about Sardinia at all. And again, I believe that most of the sort of touristy side of it is the western coast, and we came down the eastern coast. However, I loved it. It was beautiful. The waters were stunning. In the top half was obviously the south coast of France bit where all the super yachts go, and it was notably more expensive than the southern part of it, but it was beautiful. I absolutely loved it, and I have never seen such clear water to swim in as in Sardinia. It was amazing, and I wish we could have spent more time there. I really wanted to spend more time. But as Stuart's just said, we were passage making to get down to Sicily. But I loved Sardinia, really, really did. And for me, what I really loved about the Italian part is it's like French, like the French parts of the Mediterranean, but friendlier. The Italians are so much more friendly and so much more patient. And for us learning Italian, that's been invaluable. We've really enjoyed that part of it.
Yeah, another key thing that you need to recognise is in terms of the cost of living. Anywhere in France compared to Italy is at least 50% cheaper, and that's not just the bars and the supermarkets as well. Some of the prices in France. The supermarket prices were excruciating, eye-watering. The supermarket costs were more expensive than the restaurant costs in Italy. So if you consider going to both countries, just bear that in mind.
So, yeah, I mean, overall, again, very positive experience, but we definitely preferred the Italian side of it, and Sardinia to Corsica. So, yeah, we definitely go back there again, and we loved it.